The Jackie Jones, yeah.
Alright, Jackie Jones here with another edition of Grilling with Jack, and if you'll notice, the grill is not on. That's right, it's a Grilling with Jack with no grill involved. I'm actually going to make a drink, which is perfect when you're grilling meats. It's a great summer drink. I'm going to make some limeade. So what do you need for limeade? You need a lot of limes, obviously. You're going to need water, you need sugar, and I'm actually going to use stevia in the raw. Now when you use stevia in the raw, it's, you know, if you don't want too much sugar, bad for your teeth, whatnot. But the one thing about stevia, you can't just use it. If you're baking with stevia, it's going to leave a bitter aftertaste if you use nothing but it. So I'm going to use half that and half sugar. Now the first thing you want to do before you juice these limes is you're going to want some zest. Now you see I got a lot of zest here. You can actually use a zester, which will come out better. But I'm just to show you, you don't have to have fancy gadgets. You can just use this plain old cheese grater and get yourself some zest. Now when you do this, it's really easy to do. You just want to get down to the white part. You don't want to get too much of this pith. You don't want to get that. That's the bitter part. You just want the lime flavor from I would actually do it on all the limes that you're going to juice. If you're doing it on all of them, you don't have to worry about getting every little ounce because you're going to get enough just out of the middle out of these. Now if you had a zester, you would actually get strips. But for what I'm going to do, I actually want this kind of zest. See how it's all ground up? That's going to be perfect for what I'm going to do with it later. From there, you're just going to, one little trick whenever you want to juice a lime or an orange or a lemon, always roll it like this. Why? You'll just kind of separate everything inside. The juices will come out easier. It's real easy to do. And just cut it in half, like so. Get yourself a little juicer, squeeze it out. These limes have no seeds in, so this will be a lot easier. If they do have seeds, you want to make sure you get the seeds out. Then we're going to go to step number 2. Now I actually want about 1.5 cups of lime juice. It's going to take a lot of limes, but I've already done that. Alright, for the simple syrup, right on your stovetop, take a cup of water, a cup of sugar, or half a cup of sugar, and a half a cup of stevia like I did, and the lime zest. Add it all together in a pot. Bring it to a boil, make sure to stir so the sugar dissolves. Once it starts to boil, it's all done. Let's go to the next step. So we just made the simple syrup infused with the lime zest. So now what are you going to do with it? All right, you got to strain out the lime zest. So you get yourself something to put in, and you get yourself the strainer. Be careful, because this is really hot. It's right off the burner. I could have done this on the grill, but it took a lot longer, so I did it on the stovetop. Pretty simple. Just pour it through the strainer. Make sure you get all the lime zest out. Now, you're left with a lot of this lime zest. Do not throw that away. Do not throw that away. Alright. Let me repeat. Do not throw this away. Now you're also left with this green syrup. It'll taste like limes. It's going to be sweet because it's syrup. What do you do with this? Chill it, and we'll go to the next step. Now, a little quick tip. You want to take this pan, rinse it out right away. Don't let the syrup get real cold. It's going to stick in here. It's going to like kind of become like a candy. So you want to rinse it out right away while it's still hot. It's going to come out really easy. Just make sure you rinse it and rinse and rinse and get it all out. And goddamn that motorcycle. You ask yourself, why make the simple syrup? Why not just put sugar in? It's a good question. Well, first of all, it came out green, which is pretty cool. And infused it with the lime, which is even cooler. Now, you could take that simple syrup and you could use it to flavor drinks, mixed drinks, soft drinks, whatever you want to do. And it's going to have the lime flavor. It's going to be pretty cool. Another thing is, now if you just use the sugar. All right, so you got sugar and you got water. You put that sugar in the water. You stir that up. No matter how much you stir, you're going to see settlements. Because that is solid sugar in liquid water. It's basically like little pebbles. Now you're going to keep stirring. It's going to float around. A little bit of it's going to dissolve. But basically, you're just moving the sugar all around in the water. But if you make the simple syrup, you're actually melting the sugar into the water. You're infusing the other flavors from lime. Even if you don't use the lime, if you just use sugar and water, it's coming all together and becoming a new substance. So the simple syrup is a lot better than just sugar in the water, especially if you're using it in cold drinks, because it's not going to dissolve all the way. If you're pressed for time, I mean, you could put sugar in, but really simple syrup is called simple syrup because it is simple. It's easy to make, so try it. Alright, so we got everything together now. Now it's time to make the limeade. Got a pitcher here with about a half filled with ice. You want to pour in a cup and a half of water. A cup and a half of lime juice with the pulp in. Leave the pulp in, just don't want the seeds. I would throw in a handful of lime slices. We got the simple syrup we made infused with the lime zest. You should put a little bit of salt in there, just like a half a teaspoon, but it's really not that necessary. Just for the ice. Mix this all up. You got yourself some limeade. Now you can just drink this straight up. Obviously, it's gonna be good stuff. Really refreshing. It's really a little sweet, a little sour from the lime. It's got a lot of lime taste in it. And the lime taste is all through it because you made simple syrup infused with the lime zest. And if you're grilling meat, especially stuff with some salt on, a lime drink is going to be excellent with it. Trust me, it's going to make you want to eat more while you're eating the salty meats. Good times. Now, what else could you do with this? What else could you do with this? You could make, have you ever heard of an Arnold Palmer? An Arnold Palmer usually is lemonade mixed with iced tea, half and half. Let's do a little play on that. We're going to use 1 part limeade, with 1 part sweet tea vodka. Basically going to be a fully loaded Arnold Palmer. Let's pour that together. You can throw some ice in there if you had some handy. Do a little mix. That's a hell of a drink. That's real good. Another thing, a real popular lime drink is the mojito. So I'm going to make my own little twist on the mojito. You remember earlier I told you, do not throw out this lime zest. That's right. That is candied lime. Candied lime zest is going to be, this stuff is so good you can just eat it like that. You could put it on a topping or something, whatever you want to do. But what I'm going to do is, I already coated the tip of this glass with some of the simple syrup. Get the brim of the glass with the candied lime. You're going to want 2 parts limeade to 1 part rum. I'm actually going to use some coconut rum, give a little extra flavor. The other part of a mojito is mint. I actually grow my own mint over here. Take off these mint leaves. You don't need the limes. You don't need the sugar because it's already in the limeade. You can throw that in there. Normally you would muddle that with the limes, but the limes are already in the limeade. So just mix them up. You can really smell the mint already. You could also even put this mint right when you're making simple syrup, and it would be lime mint infused syrup, which would be pretty awesome. Alright, put this on. Give this a big shake. This is a nice mixing glass too, because it's got measurements right on the side. There's some ice in here. Now you could top that off with a little seltzer water with some club soda, whatever you want. I'm gonna drink it just like that. Look at that. Don't that look good? Doesn't that look good? That was really good. Got the fresh mint in there, really refreshing. You got the limes. You got the simple syrup we made. A lot of lime flavor. You got the coconut rum. You can just use regular rum, but the coconut rum's add a little coconut to it. This would be an excellent drink to eat with some barbecue. Good times. There's some limeade. Enjoy. Have fun in the barbecue. Eat, drink, and be merry. Listen, rate, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you soon here at Grilling with Jack. All right.
Jack.